Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is the 27th of March, 2022. It is Sunday. Before we get into this video, I just want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight at 8 o'clock, so I would encourage you all to join me then. We will have a good discussion. Not sure what the topic is going to be yet, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, as you can see, welcome to spring in New York, right? My goodness gracious, I'm so beyond done with snow. You guys have no idea. But yeah, we got a little snow here today. I think our high temperatures today are only going to be in the 20s. So yeah, it's going to be this kind of day all day long, which is just wonderful. What are you going to do? That's what happens. It's New York. Always going to get snow later. I mean, I've seen it snow, guys, in May. So, you know, you got to realize, too, this winter has been a more cold winter than normal. We didn't have huge amounts of snow up here this winter, but we did have extremely cold temperatures. And part of that, I attribute, other than the grand solar minimum happening, but we had a lot more volcanic activity. When you have a lot of volcanic activity, you have a lot of stuff being put up into the upper atmosphere that ends up blocking the sun, which eventually ends up cooling the planet. If you don't believe me, go ahead and do the research and you will see for yourself that that's exactly what happens. Look what happened the year Mount St. Helens went. I think they had snow, it was either in June or July that year up in Maine. So, something to think about. There's Mr. Max. Mr. Max, you want to go in, baby boy? Come on. Come on. It's cold, and I don't want you to be out here if it's cold. Hold on a second, folks. So, but anyway, it's just, I was going to talk about, touch on some more things. What I was talking about in my video from the other day, my second video that I did about the assessments going up the way they have here in New York. And people are like, oh, they're trying to, people were making the comments and they were saying that they're trying to drive people off their homes and into the cities. But actually, I think what's actually happening, and this is a California, this is a New York thing that's going on right now. What you're seeing, instead of driving people into the cities, it's driving people out of the states. Anybody that can possibly get out of New York State and can get out of California, excuse me, they're doing it. They're packing up their stuff and they're getting out of Dodge because of, everything that's going on. I mean, it's like if you just take one thing, take the taxes in both of these states, California and New York, and then you take, them just continuously increasing everything all the time, but your pay doesn't increase, So here's my thought, okay, and I want you to think about this for a second. So they're like gradually increasing the minimum wage up to, $15 an hour, right? So if you work at Burger King and McDonald's or wherever, you can make up to $15 an hour. Now it's not quite there yet, but it's getting up there. Well, I know with nursing, I know plenty of brand new LPNs coming out of nursing school that are not, when I was, starting, when I started out, you were making $14-15 an hour when you first came out of nursing school. Obviously, as you got more experience, you made a little bit more. But here's something to think about, folks, and just another thought that, I'm sharing with you guys. So I can work as a nurse, let's say, brand new in a facility, I've never worked there before. Maybe I'll get $19-20 an hour, maybe. Most likely not, because I don't want to pay anybody anything, right? So let's say it's 18. Let's go with $18 an hour. So I'm brand new. I walk in. They're going to offer me $18 an hour. But with all kinds of responsibilities as a nurse. I mean, you have people's lives in your hand. If something goes wrong, it's your head on the chopping block, not the nursing home, right? Or I can go down and work at Taco Bell and make $15 an hour, putting together food, really not a ton of responsibilities. Once you get up into management positions, you have more, obviously. But I could go there and do that and not have to deal with the stress and the nonsense of what you would do in a nursing home. So think about it. What do you think people are going to do? People that, truly love nursing. They get into nursing because they love taking care of people and stuff like that. But when you have facilities and management that treat people like they're garbage, people are not going to stay. I don't care what level you're at. I don't care if you're a CNA, housekeeping, kitchen staff, maintenance guys, or nurses, whatever the case may be. If you treat people poorly, they are not going to stay. And this is one of the things I could never truly understand. If I ran a business, I want to make sure I take care of my people. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to try to keep them happy. I want them to be happy to work for me. You know what I mean? It's just, I never could understand any of it. I really couldn't. It never made any sense to me whatsoever. So, crazy. Just absolutely crazy. So, it just, it is amazing. Just absolutely amazing to me. But, it's something that continues to happen. It's never changed in my lifetime since I started working. And I'm going to tell you what, I've worked for some outstanding people. The one gentleman that I was with the family for all those years, was it 17 years, I think I worked with the same family. The wife was, she was the director of dialysis at Park Ridge Hospital. So she was an RN. And she had to go to work every day. So, with her husband's care, and she kept her husband home. And I want to tell you how this went, folks, just so you guys understand how some people are, okay? So, she got 16 hours a day of coverage with Medicaid. And so, obviously, she had to sleep at night. She had to have somebody taking care of her husband during the day. So, she had nurses, right? There was actually 3 of us that worked the case. And, I started out doing a couple fill-ins. At first, 7-8 years, I did 2 days a week, 2 10-hour days. And then after that, when the one lady that was the main lady on days retired, then I took over, the day hours. But, it was amazing to me. She was very good to us. Very, very good to us. She was a great boss to have. So you were appreciated. You felt appreciated. And I think that's what makes a big difference, which a lot of people never will understand. So the reason I stayed all those years is because, number one, I was appreciated. I liked what I was doing. I liked taking care. I won't say the name, but, but I liked taking care. His name was Joe. I'll say his first name, but I liked taking care of Joe. And, I had a good relationship with them. And I watched their kids grow up. I watched their kids get married. I watched their kids have kids. When you're with a family for 17 years, you get to know everybody and all those type of things. And so he got dealt an absolutely crappy hand. But, she took care of her husband that other off 8 hours. So she would get home from working all day, and she would have to take care of her husband in the evening until the night nurse came. So I want you to think about that. So when I hear people complain and piss and moan and, oh, how rough their life is and this and that and the other thing, and I look at somebody like her who sacrificed everything because that was her husband, and she was going to take care of her husband, and she did until the day he died. And I will never forget when he passed away, and I sat there and I was like, wow, now what? It was just because I'd been doing it for so long, it was a very surreal moment, and so, yeah, it was crazy times. So, anyway, just wanted to share that with you. When you treat people decently, they're gonna stick around. They're gonna give you that extra effort. They're gonna work hard. I can remember. I just tell you this too, really quickly. Just sharing this with you. So I never miss work. When I worked, I worked. I mean, that's it. Period. I went to work. If I didn't feel good, I went to work. I did what I had to do. I had one time. I was extremely sick, really, really sick. And I had called up Linda and I said, Linda, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I am just beyond sick. I just can't come in. And you know what she had told me, folks? Now, like a lot of these jobs be like, well, you come to work anyway, blah, 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 blah. I've worked for those type of people. She was like, listen, if you're calling off sick, I know you're sick. She goes, get your rest, get better, and come back to work when you're better. How many people do that? You know what I mean? Realistically, how many bosses do you know that would do that, would have that reaction? But that's realistically, it's how it should be. That should not be the exception. That should be the norm. But it's not, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you this here. As you can see, the chickens, we left them locked up today just because it's cold and they wouldn't want to be outside anyway. So left them inside today. Just went in there and took care of them, and I had to move some stuff around. That 200 pounds of cracked corn that I had in the greenhouse, I finally brought that in. I'm just like, I got to get this done. So, but that happens. What are you going to do? All right, so anyway, guys, I hope, sharing just some information, showing you our marvelous, fantastic weather here in New York. And you wonder why I want to go. I don't know. Why do I want to move to another state? I don't know. So anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now. I will see you guys all tonight for the live stream. I hope everybody's having a really good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. I know it's already Sunday. Just be safe. Take care of your families. Continue to prep. Continue to get ready. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we could figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.